And where did you park the car? Behind some apartments. There was something on the 911 call about it's got no license plate. Do you know if that was accurate or not? Yeah, it ain't had no license plate on it. I don't think so. Why didn't the car have a license plate? So, I don't know. You parked the car. Were you trying to hide it? Or just park it? What? He said I don't know. Objection sustained. Where did you park the car again? Behind some apartments. Why did you park it behind some apartments? So nobody would see the car. And what did you all do after you parked the car? Well, Rabbit put the guns under a house, wrapped them up or whatever he wrapped them up in, and then we hopped the gate and went on the strip in front of Breezy Mama door. What were you all talking about in the ride to the 9th Ward from the shooting? Nothing. When we get where we're going, don't let nobody know what we did. Did anyone say anything about Magnolia Shorty? What, during that time? Well, no. We went up, after we made it downtown in front of Breezy Mama door, we went uptown and went in the house and told them, well, whatever happened, just not, don't let nobody know. Keep it among us. When did you learn it was Magnolia Shorty in the car? When I pulled off. We were fussing about it in the car. I'm like, man, that was Magnolia Shorty. We was arguing. No, that wasn't. Who said, no, it wasn't? Or describe the argument. Well, I'm like, man, that was Magnolia Shorty. McCoy like, man, no, that wasn't. So I'm telling him, yes, that was. He's like, no, that wasn't. I'm like, alright. Sure enough, that's who that was. Why did you think it was Magnolia Shorty? Huh? Why did you think it was Magnolia Shorty? Because when the first shot went off and she tried to duck and the hat came off her head because her hair was in a hat. You knew her? Yeah, I knew her. How did you know her? Seeing her in clubs and stuff, on the strip, in the park, and in Shakespeare Park and stuff. I'm going to show you Exhibit 180. Does that look like the car Magnolia Shorty and Jerome Hampton were in? Yeah. And again, same question. Yeah. Where had you been parked in relation to where it went in the fence? Right before the fence on the side. So on this side? On the opposite side. Who was G-Baby? G-Baby from around our neighborhood. Miguel brother. Would you recognize a photo of G-Baby if I showed it to you? Yeah. I would move to publish Exhibit 59. I believe it's already been admitted. That's him with the Adidas shirt on. Who is he with in that picture? QP. Was G-Baby popular? Yeah. What happened to G-Baby? He got killed in front of the daiquiri shop. What daiquiri shop? On Earhart. Where on Earhart? On the sidewalk. Like, what part of town? In the 17th. And where were you? Were you at the daiquiri shop that night? Yeah. What was going on there? Well, when he got shot and he was on the ground, why were you all at the daiquiri shop? Why? Yeah. Because it was written a daiquiri shop. You all were just there to hang out or party? Yeah, they had like a little party or whatever. And what happened? How did G-Baby die? Well, we was in a daiquiri shop. They were saying some boy was supposed to be coming around there from the Calliope, so me and G-Baby went outside. And I told G-Baby, come on, let's go back inside. He told me to go back inside because I ain't had no gun. So when I go back inside, I'm standing on top of the pool table watching the Saints game. So when I looked back towards the door, the guy I knew who from the project was trying to come in the door. So when I tapped one of them and let them know, like, man, look, that's one of them dudes out the project. I'm telling them to shoot. So when they go back out, when they go out the door, Nelly had done shot one time. The gunfire started going off, and I go outside, G-Baby on the ground, shot. And when you said Nelly, that's Ronell Oni? Yeah. Did you see G-Baby get shot? No. Vita was doing the shooting around that time when G-Baby got shot. And what happened to G-Baby? He got shot. He got killed. He died on the scene. What was the reaction of Miguel, Money? Well, when he came out there, he was shocked. He jumped back in the car and pulled off. Where did you all go? Well, I went uptown around my neighborhood. I changed my shirt and I went in the project. Don't tell me who you went with, but what did you go do in the project that night? I went and shot. Why did you shoot? Because G-Baby just had got killed. I shot for retaliation. Do you know if you hit anybody? Nah. Was that the end of retaliation against the Calliope, or was there more shooting after that? No, that wasn't the end. Alright. What happened later? Well, we was on Second and Prayer one day. We was talking about going to spend it in the project, and then we moved on later on down the street by Rico's grandmother's house. And we was outside talking and stuff. They jumped in the car. Nelly was trying to jump in the car, but they told Nelly no. Whose car? In Breezy Brown Infinity. Who was driving? Wash. Who? And who is Wash? McCaskill. That's Wash right there? Yeah. Who else was in the car? AD, Rabbit, and Money. Did you see any guns? Yeah. Do you remember what kind of guns they had? They had 2 assault rifles, and I think Money had a handgun. And what did you see next? Well, they pulled off and I heard gunshots. How long after they pulled off did you hear gunshots? Not that long. Probably a minute because the project right there. When was the next time you saw either Money or AD or Rabbit or Wash? I saw them the next day. And who did you see? I saw Money, Rabbit, AD, Wash. I saw all of them the next day. Alright. And what did they tell you about what had happened? Well, Rabbit told me that he had one of them on the ground and told one of them that he could go and told the other ones that he was standing and killed him. Did AD say anything about it? AD was like how he was running through the project, waving, shooting. Did Money say anything about it? No. Did Wash say anything about it? No. In the summer of 2011, did you wreck Rico Jackson's car once? Yeah. What was going on that night? We pull up in a gas station in a Magnolia Discount located in the 17th. And who were you with that night? With Rico Jackson, Leroy, Weefus, T-Red. It was a few of us. And what had you all been doing that night? We've been riding around, going through the Fisher, going through different neighborhoods and stuff, just riding around. Were you causing trouble or just And how many cars were you all in? I think about 4 or 5. I'm not really sure. And who were you riding with? Rico. Were you driving or riding? I was driving. Whose car were you in? Rico. What kind of car was it? G35, 2-door Infinity. Would you recognize video of that event if I showed it to you? Yeah. If we could show Exhibit 183, I'm sorry, Judge. I'd move to admit Exhibit 183. Any objection? Let me take a quick look. Any objection by defense? Miss Cynthia, I'm going to take your chair again, please. Hearing no objection by any of the defendants, let 183 be admitted into evidence. Mr. Rainier, how much longer are you going to be approximately? 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe less. I am not trying to rush you, just looking at the time. I understand. Thank you, sir. Mr. Knockum, do you know where this footage is at? Yeah, The Magnolia discount located in the 17th on Carrollton. Do you know whose car this is? T-Red car. Do you know who is driving it or no? T-Red. Do you know whose car this is? Rico. Can you tell who this is coming to talk to you in the car or no? No, I can't tell who that is. The date, July 13th. Does that seem about accurate? Yeah. Do you know who that is? That's Rico. Who is that? That's me. Are you handicapped? No. So you parked in the handicap spot? Huh? You parked in the handicap spot? Yeah. Are you also smoking a cigarette? Yeah. And you're about to walk towards the gas pumps? Yeah. How many guys were in your group that night? Maybe 7. And how many cars did you all have? I think 4. Do you know who that is? Leroy. As all of this is going on, is there a gun in your car right now? Yeah. Do you know whose gun it is? Yeah, it's T-Red gun. And do you know which gun it was? Did it have a nickname? I think that was Barack. If you're not sure, don't say. But you were aware that there was a gun in the car? Yeah. Was this guy with you all or no? Yeah. Do you know who that is? Yeah, that's my cousin. What were you all doing at the gas station? They was getting cigarettes and cigars, I guess. Who is that? Police. Do you remember what this guy is saying to you? No. Who is that? Rico. What were you thinking at this point about the gun? I got to get that gun out of there. Who is this? Leroy. Who is that? Rico. Why did you want to get rid of the gun? Why? I don't want to go to jail for it. That's Rico in the car right there? Yeah. What's he doing? Look like he getting an insurance paper, registration or whatever. Was there something about that gun you want to get rid of, or was it just bad to have any gun? Yeah, because it had murders on that gun. Was that gun used in Magnolia Shorty? Yeah. What's Rico doing right now? Trying to get it. And what happened there? He got it and took off. And what do you do? Trying to pull off. What happened? I got stuck on a curb. Whose car is this? Rico. What are you picking up right there? A t-shirt. Who is the silver car right here? That's T-Red car. What are you doing right now? I don't know what I'm doing. What are the guys in the silver car saying? Come on. So you just abandoned Rico's car there? Yeah. Was Rico eventually arrested that night? Not that I remember. Is that Rico? Yeah. Is that the police officer? Yeah. I want to go back to the Magnolia Shorty murder. When you came to the G-Strip afterwards, who was outside that day? Breezy. Did you tell Breezy that it was Magnolia Shorty that had been killed? Nah, I ain't tell him nothing. Did anyone tell him it was Magnolia Shorty? Not that I can remember. When did you officially learn it was Magnolia Shorty? When we left the scene. Well, I guess, when did it hit the news? When did people start talking about it? As soon as we hit the neighborhood. What was everyone's reaction to killing the woman? Well, everybody was down because of who it was. Objection, hearsay. Rephrase your question. Be more specific. All right. Did you all... Firstly, how did you react about killing Magnolia Shorty? I was kind of hurt because of who it was, and it was a female, and it wasn't for her. Did you talk about it with T-Red and Trap and Rabbit? Yeah, I talked about it with them. And how did everybody else feel? They was feeling the same way. Were you worried it might increase police attention on it? No, not at that moment. Was it something you all were bragging about, or did you all try to keep it more? No, I wasn't bragging about it. You and I and the FBI agents have met many times, correct? Yeah. You have also talked about a time that you shot a woman. Yeah. Without saying who you were with, can you tell the jury about that? Yeah. I was on First and Derby one day in the afternoon. Some guys out the Calio project pulled out, jumped out, started shooting, and I shot back. And the girl got shot during the process of me shooting. Was that intentional? No, it was a mistake. She got shot in the shoulder and the foot. How long have you been in jail? I've been in jail 5 years and some months. You went to jail on a baby who got murdered, right? Kiera Holmes? Yes, sir. Did you commit that murder? Uh-uh. How long did you sit on that murder in jail? 5 years. Where were you when that murder occurred? Downtown, Cornell Canal at the second line. Do you know who committed that murder? Yeah. Did you see one of the participants after Kiera Holmes got murdered? Yeah. Who did you see afterwards? Buck. And what did Buck tell you? Well, we was, objection, irrelevant. Objection sustained. Eventually, that murder against you was dismissed, correct? Yeah. And that was not part of your plea deal, correct? No. What was part of your plea deal, though? You had to plead to a lot of charges in state court, correct? Yeah. You pled guilty to racketeering? Yeah. You pled guilty to conspiracy to distribute heroin? Yeah. You pled guilty to conspiracy to distribute cocaine? Yeah. And you pled guilty to distribution of both heroin and cocaine? Yeah. Did you also have an aggravated battery charge? Yeah. And as we sit here today, do you have an open contraband and jail charge? Yeah. Have you been promised a sentence by this office? No. Who do you understand, if anyone, will cut your sentence? The judge. Do you understand the government will have to file a motion, correct? Yeah. Have you testified before? Yeah. Who else did you testify against? Kentrell Hickerson. Do you remember what jails you've been in since you've been arrested? Yeah. How long were you in OPP? 5 years. How long were you there? 5 years. 5 years. Okay. You were indicted in this case in the feds, correct? Yeah. And were you in Tangible Hope Parish Jail? Yeah. How long were you there? For a year. And you're currently in St. Charles? Yeah. How long have you been in St. Charles? I think 4 or 5 months. Was Gregory Stewart lying on you when he said you were the driver on Magnolia Shorty? No. And just to be clear, the Kiera Holmes case, that was dismissed against several people, correct? Correct. And that had nothing to do with your cooperation here? No. Do you understand? You pled guilty to a double murder. Do you understand what potential sentence range you face? Yeah. Do you understand it's 0 to life? Yeah. And again, you understand that's a decision that the judge is going to make? Yeah. Why did you plead guilty in this case? Huh? Why did you plead guilty in this case? Because I knew what Rabbit was telling y'all was the truth and it was for my best interest. And you're hoping to get out tomorrow? Yeah. Again, do you understand that's up to the judge? Yeah. All right. Thank you, Mr. Knockum.